Hey guys, this is Colrath bringing you my first and ever commentary on Starcraft, and my first commentary on any game ever. For the most part, am the guy that's in the background, just doing my own thing. I don't try to put myself out too much, but since I'm part of the Starcraft 2 beta, I figured it would be worth bringing up some whatever I can to, other people who haven't had the same opportunity. I am, like I said, Colrath. I'm the red Zerg at the 6 o'clock, and at the 12 o'clock is the blue Protoss. There's going to be times during this commentary that I just won't know what to say, and I might just be quiet, but I'll try to keep talking as much as I can just because I think it's a little bit more interesting to listen to unless you don't like my monotonous, low-toned voice. I apologize again. I'm doing a pretty basic build. I'm just getting up to 10 pull as quick as possible, or it's not a 10 pull, but just 10 units as quick as possible. Getting an Overlord, and as soon as I start the Overlord, I start an Extractor to go down back to 9 out of 10 for supply, then I can build another drone. Biggest reason I do that is because I feel like I should be in constant production, and if I'm not, I feel like I'm failing as a player, and you'll see later on in the game I have that same attitude where I'm just kind of failing as a player, but I'm only in the top of the Copper League, which means almost nothing. I am dirt trash, and that's just the case. So anyways, before the game actually gets exciting is basically as soon as I start discovering what kind of build my opponent's going for, because I always try to just counter exactly what my opponent's going for. That's what's important to me, is not having a specific build order, just a very kind of a bland one. 13 pool. As soon as I get 200, build up to 16 drones, and then I can build a queen. After the queen, I can build a roach warden and a overlord. It's really important to never be supply capped, to just like I said, always be in constant production, always spending your materials, always spending your minerals. So you see I haven't taken really advantage of the gas yet, because I still want to get as many minerals as possible before I feel like I really need the gas, but that extractor's only there just so at that one point in time I could feel like I was in production. So I see that the Protoss guy, as my drone here looks at it, my Overlord notice that he's got a 2 gateway rush. I know for 2 gateways, I could expect, he obviously didn't do it 11 to 12, or what a typical rush might be. I could expect about at 4 minutes and 50 seconds, give or take, he'd have, I'd say, roughly 5 zealots, and I want to be able to have something that would, take that on. I want to be able to keep up with him in production, and I don't want to fall behind, and I don't want him getting to rush to me. So I know he's probably going to go for zealots. I haven't seen any cybernetics bay or anything like that just yet. If I paid attention, I would have, obviously seen this a little bit later and known he would have not done just zealots. But I figured he was just going to do a zealot rush, since it's happened to me a lot, and it's been really susceptible to me as Zerg because I haven't taken the time to counter it. So as soon as I see zealots, I start my extractor, getting my extractor going, and just constantly scouting. I like to be on the lookout of what's going on, and that's most of my games is laid on the stuff there. He's just scouting me out. He already probably saw my roach warren. He knows what's going on, what I'm probably going to be doing, and he's probably already coming up for a counter to that. He's wondering if I'm going to mass my mutalisks or go for roaches. As I said, we're both copper players, so maybe what I'm saying is not true at all. For what he's thinking, I really don't know. Getting my first roaches in right around the 4 minutes 50 seconds mark I was kind of looking for. So I already know I'm behind, but I'm okay with that. As soon as I saw the cybernetics core, I knew he was, or forge. I know it's time for my overlord to get out of there for Protoss, because he's going to be able to counter that pretty quickly. He'll bring out a stalker, or what, if it's a forge, he'll bring out a cannon right under my overlord and try to kill him. So I just know it's time to get out of there, and I gotta come up with another solution for scouting him out. Generally, after I do this kind of build, is 13 pool, then roaches as quick as possible. I try to expand as quick as possible. Most games, if I do not expand and I don't get out there scouting out there, and I get stuck in my base and I see him surrounding my base, 10 minutes into the game, I know I lost. I just can't get out of it, so I try to be as proactive as possible to be moving around, get my Zerglings at these Zelnagas, and you'll see it later coming to advantage that I know what's coming, and you'll see later that I see the advantage of not only what's coming, but when, but what is coming actually physically. So I'll be able to look up there by my overlord, who will be an overseer, and take advantage of changelings, which I think are one of my favorite things in this thing. Here I am being supply capped because I'm retarded. I always bring out, I'll spend those minerals to just not be supply capped because I'm not as efficient as a lot of other players would be. And no matter what, especially if I'm going for mutalisks, I just always get cramped by supplies. Something I need to improve on. So what I don't know what he's built it is, I don't know he's built this robotics facility. I don't know he's working on this robotics bay. I know there's two. And I know he has a cybernetics core. I know he has two assimilators.